I'm Sarah Sapsanama. Let's begin with the headlines of the hour. Authorities racing to accumulate medical equipment but indifferent towards the lack of infrastructure and human resource to use those devices. Government indifferent towards conservation of forests despite exploitation by contractors and those with power. The parliament also turns deaf ears. Labour rights limited to slogans. Thousands of youths compelled to seek for employment abroad. Premier Dahal assures of generating opportunities next fiscal. And Cricket Association of Nepal announces a 15-member squad for the T20 World Cup. Sagar Dhakal and Kamal Singh Aire in the team. Sompal to play his second World Cup. There are a total of 70 kidney patients in 10 local levels of Sankhua Sabha, while 24 patients of Karananda municipality of Bhojpur require dialysis services. These patients have been denied dialysis services in the absence of required machines and equipment. The Sankhua Sabha hospital was provided 5 sets of hemodialysis machines 6 months ago. However, there has been no meaning of the presence of those equipment at the hospital for the patients. With no space to keep these machines, they have remained stranded at a storage facility. Another prime example of irregularities in the health sector is the condition of the Naradevi Ayurveda Hospital. CT scan machine procured at an investment of 40 million rupees was inaugurated amid much fervour at the hospital some 4 months ago. However, the equipment is yet to be used. The hospital officials who had celebrated the inauguration of the equipment now say that the equipment has remained unused in the absence of qualified human resource. Government hospitals outside Kathmandu do not have required infrastructures and human resources. However, the trend of procuring equipment on the basis of political access, even without required infrastructures and human resources, has increased in recent time. Preliminary findings of a survey regarding the status of equipment at 80 hospitals across the country have shown that the equipment have been procured even in cases of no need. The public cannot benefit from such equipment. Unfortunate is the fact that such equipment remaining unused in one place or hospital cannot be sent to another place or hospital. It is because of absence of such working procedures. Analysts have said that absence of working procedures should not be a reason for the government to shy away from its responsibilities. The government spends 2.5 billion rupees for procurement of medical equipment each year. However, most of such equipment are never even used. According to the Department of Health Services, more than 100 equipment for dialysis, 14 ECG and 914 ventilators are yet to come into operation. With such equipment not being used, the public have been denied their fundamental right ensured by the Constitution. Moving on, the Natural Resources Committee under the House of Representatives shoulders the responsibilities ranging from formulating policies related to agriculture, cooperatives and natural resources and directing the government to solve existing problems. Destruction of forests in the outskirts of the valley and across the country and the imbalance in the ecosystem have been caused by the government's distribution of forests, absence of time-relevant laws and lack of monitoring. Daily lives of the local residents of Kathmandu Valley is increasingly becoming difficult as the forests in the outskirts of the valley are being encroached. However, neither the Council of Ministers nor the Parliament or the parliamentary committees have expressed their interest on the issue of grave magnitude. Member of the committee has said that it is imperative to raise this issue in a serious manner. Policies related to forests have prohibited construction of concrete structures inside the forest. However, this policy has yet to be implemented. Public representatives of Kathmandu have said that the forest area distributed in the outskirts of the valley have to be reassessed. Encroachment of forests has contributed to climate change and has dried water sources as well. A study has shown that only 3% of the urban area of Kathmandu Valley has vegetation. Forest area in the outskirts of the valley has also been on a decline. Based on existing criteria, at least 10% of the urban areas must be vegetation. There are arrangements for 40% of forest area in each district. However, this provision has been flouted in Kathmandu, Lalitpur and Bhaktapur of the valley. Only 17% of Bhaktapur is covered by forests. Massive losses of properties have been reported due to fire in many parts of the country today. Fire in a forest near Darilthura headquarters went out of control. The fire that began around Maheshwari Hotel in Tufan Dada spread till Darilthura campus today. Efforts are underway to bring the fire under control. Elsewhere in Bake, 5 incidents of fire have been reported since last night. 3 houses and cowsheds have been damaged by fire in Rapti Sonari, Balapur. Fire was also reported at a private forest today. Likewise, a house has been damaged in a community forest in Baijapur. In Kavre, a forest near IT Park caught fire as well. 2 houses and 1 cowshed was burned to ashes in Gorkha. Elsewhere, 10 houses were fully damaged by fire in Thulung Dudkosi rural municipality of Solukhumbu. Likewise, 10 houses were damaged within the span of 2 hours as fire fanned by winds reached Panchan in Solukhumbu. Similar incidents were reported from Argakhachi's Bhumigastan municipality, Chhatradev rural municipalities, Kirung, Malarani and Gulmi's Chhatrakot rural municipality. 1 more person has died while trying to extinguish fire at the community forest in Godavari municipality, ward number 4, Badi Khel in Lalitpur. According to Lalitpur police, Ramesh Bahari, who was undergoing treatment at the Nepal Cleft and Burn Center in Kirtipur, breathed his last this morning. Prior to this, Shankar Bahari of Godavari, ward number 2, had died while receiving treatment yesterday. Despite the wildfire of Ananda forest being brought under control, fire in other forests have yet to be extinguished. It has been learned that the joint teams of local residents, Nepal Police, Armed Police Force and Nepal Army have been deployed to extinguish the wildfire. Local level in Saptari has not been able to ascertain the details of the damages caused by fire in Chimti of Mahadeva rural municipality. District Police has said 110 houses sustained damages. However, it has yet to take stock of the number of families that have been displaced. Our field correspondent Aryan Bishwas reported that the victims of the fire have scarce food and sanitation facilities on top of the lack of shelter since the incident, while the local government are yet to address their plight. They are spending days and nights under open sky and are feeding on beaten rice.
हमरा गाभिन गाय छटी भेलो हमरा घर से कुछो नहीं निकललो एकटा दाना नहीं एकटा कपड़ा नहीं निकलले दुई आना घर थियो
दुईवटा के क्षति भयो घरमा के थियो
घरमा बाल बच्चा चली सबका तो सामान सब चोरी केले घर गाना सोते सब
आगोबाट जुन पीडित जनताहरू छ सबभन्दा यिनीहरूलाई चाहिँ भोका पेटमा चाहिँ पहिला खानाको चाहिँ व्यवस्था गर्नुपर्छ तिरपालको आवश्यकता गर्नुपर्छ यस्तो घाममा चाहिँ कसरी चाहिँ मान्छे बाँच्छ त्यसको व्यवस्था गर्नुपर्छ.
We'll take a short break here. More news coming up. Welcome back. The 135th International Labour Day was celebrated in Nepal today with various programs. Addressing a program in the capital, Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal said the government will prioritize raising productivity and generating employment opportunities as preparations are underway for the next budget.
बजेट निर्माणको हामी सङ्घारमा छौं. यस पटकको नीति तथा कार्यक्रम र बजेटमा उत्पादकत्व वृद्धि र रोजगारी सृजनालाई उच्च प्राथमिकताका साथ अगाडि बढाउने गृह कार्य भइरहेको जानकारी गराउन चाहन्छु.
Other leaders opine the government should focus on creating job opportunities. At a time when the price of daily consumable goods are increasing, the wages of the laborers and salaries of white-collar employees have yet to rise. According to Nepal Rashtra Bank, wages and salaries have increased only marginally in relative comparison to last year. Wages of laborers in agriculture, construction and woodcraft sectors and those without skills have not increased. Salaries of white-collar workers share a similar plight. This has led to a drop in market demand and stagnant economy. According to Nepal Rashtra Bank, wages have increased by a marginal figure of only 5.6%, with the salaries of white-collar workers rising by a microscopic 1.05%. Last year, the government had increased the minimum wage of workers from 15,000 to 17,300 rupees, which is an increment of 12.39%. With income failing to rise, prices of food and beverages have increased drastically. Price of vegetables has increased by 14.07% and that of pulses and beans by 11.22%. Meanwhile, price of milk and eggs have increased by 7.1%. It is time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before today's question, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday we asked you what should be done to internet service providers failing to pay their taxes. 41% voted for option A, taxes must be paid, 49% for B, actions must be taken, and 10% for C, here are their demands. And here's today's question. What do you term the patients being denied treatment at government hospitals in the pretext of poor management of medical equipment? Your options are A, government irresponsibility, B, commission game, and C, joke of the fundamental rights. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Now, in our Public Voice segment, today we've asked people in several provinces what can be done to ensure social security of workers. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
रोजगारदाता र सरकारले श्रमिकको हितमा श्रम कानुन बनाउन चाहिँ अत्यन्तै जरुरी छ।
नेपाल सरकारको जुन श्रम ऐनको जुन नीति छ त्यो श्रम ऐनको नीतिलाई केही संशोधन गर्नुपर्ने विषयवस्तु छ।
इन्स्योरेन्सको पनि व्यवस्था हुनुपर्छ।
सम्मान ज्याला र ज्याला पाउने अवस्था चाहिँ देख्न सकिन्छ।
सामाजिक सुरक्षा सबै ठाउँमा चाहिँ लागू गर्नु पर्यो।
श्रमिकको हिसाबले उचित मजदुरी पनि दिनु पर्यो।
परिश्रमको उचित हुन्छ नि जुन मूल्याङ्कन गरिदिनु पर्यो।
नीति नियम बनाएर चाहिँ राम्रो किसिमले चाहिँ गर्दै भनेदेखि राम्रो हुन्थ्यो।
पेन्सनसँग यस्तो कुराको व्यवस्था गरिदियो भने चाहिँ
फ्युचरको लागि इन्स्योरेन्सहरू गराइदिनु पर्यो।
कतिपय उद्योगहरूले सामाजिक सुरक्षामा चाहिँ आबद्ध हुन खोजिरहेका छन्। ती उद्योगहरूलाई चाहिँ नेपाल सरकारले विशेष गरी चाहिँ सामाजिक सुरक्षामा ल्याउनको लागि उहाँहरूलाई कारबाही दायरामा ल्याएर हुन्छ।
संसदले एउटा ऐन पारित गरिसकेको छ योगदानमा आधारित सामाजिक सुरक्षा ऐन भनेर, त्यसलाई प्रभावकारी ढङ्गले लागू गर्न सक्नु पर्यो।
It is time now for another short break. We'll be right back.
Sports News.
Cricket Association of Nepal CAN has announced the national squad that will participate in the upcoming ICC T20 World Cup hosted by the US and West Indies. The 15-member national team will be led by Rohit Paudel and will include Kamal Singh Airi and Sagar Thakal. The other players are Asif Sheikh, Anil Shah, Kushal Bhurtel, Kushal Malla, Dipendra Singh Airi, Lalit Raj Bansi, Karan Keshi, Gulshan Jha, Sompal Kami, Pratish GC, Sandeep Jora and Abhinash Bohra. With this addition, Sompal Kami will be the only player to have played the World Cup for the second time for Nepal. Previously, he had played in the 2014 World Cup in Bangladesh. Arif Sheikh, Vivek Yadav and Akash Chand have not been included for the World Cup. Kamal and Sagar were chosen following their performances against West Indies A. Participating nations have been given till midnight tonight in Gulf time to announce their final squad. New Zealand was the first to announce their team on Monday. West Indies A have thrashed Nepal's men's national cricket team by 76 runs in the third match of the 5-match T20 series. In the match played at Tribhuvan University International Cricket Grounds in Kantipur, West Indies A won the toss and elected to bat, where they posted a massive total of 227 runs for the loss of only 3 wickets. Opening batter Johnson Charles top-scored for the visiting Caribbean side as he remained unbeaten at 119 runs from just 61 balls. He smashed 7 sixes and hit the fence 13 times at a strike rate of 195. Andrew Fletcher contributed 53 runs from 33 balls. Fabian Allen scored 19. Alex Athanase contributed 17, while Kimo Paul was not out at 13. Sagar Thakal and Karan Keshi picked a wicket each for Nepal. In reply, Nepal kept losing wickets at regular intervals before being bowled out at 151 runs in 19.2 overs. Karan and Lokesh Bam scored 28 runs each. Kushal Malla added 20. Vinod Bhandari scored 19 and Anil Shah made 14, while none of the other batters made notable contributions. Hayden Walsh was the pick of the West Indies A bowlers with 3 wickets. Gudakesh Moti had 2 scalps, while Matthew Ford, Obed McCoy and Fabian Allen shared a wicket apiece. With the win, West Indies A lead the series 2-1. 4th match of the series is slated for tomorrow. 4th match, in fact, for tomorrow and will begin at 1 p.m. at the same venue. Prior to this, Nepal had won the first match of the series by 4 wickets before losing the second match by 10 runs. Last match of the series will be played on Saturday, the 4th of May. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.